Good morning, guys. This is Malcolm Rogers. I'm coming to you today to talk about how to start a profitable business. This is very important in today's society because one of the things that comes out of recession is that there are a magnitude of brand new small businesses that evolve out of recessions, and it's always proven to be very successful in establishing or reestablishing the economy. And one of the things about it is that 50% of businesses that start go out of business between 3 and 5 years. And the main key element is that these businesses do not have a good business plan. So that's what we're going to talk about today. This is myself. My name is Malcolm Rogers. I'll be your presenter for today. I hold an executive MBA in global business expansion. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I'm also the author of the book, The Foolish Entrepreneur, which is a strategy guide to help assist you in growing your business. Today, this presentation is being brought to you by NBDG Consultants, whose mission is to educate the entrepreneur ecosystem. NBDG Consultants is a management consulting company developed to show business owners how to get back more time, better teams within their company, and more money on their bottom line. This is what the whole business is built around today. And we do this by, we have two different core products, which are coaching programs where you guys can have one-on-one coaching, or you can have group-based coaching, which works really well in the cohort where you learn from other business owners who are dealing with the same situation and scenarios that you may be dealing with within your business. Now, with that being said, let's jump into why it's important and what are the benefits of actually starting a business. When it comes to starting a business, most people start a business for a combination of reasons, but the top 4 reasons for why people start businesses is number 1, because they want to make and get back more time for themselves. A lot of people don't like the 9-to-5 lifestyle because it takes away from the work-life home balance. And their belief is that opening up a business and being their own boss will be able to give them back more time, which is correct when done correctly. The next thing is that people want to have personal fulfillment. It's exciting for people to create businesses that they can pass down to their children or other family members that can go down generation and generation. It creates generational wealth, and they want that self-fulfillment of creating something of their own that they can call their own. Number 3 is huge. A lot of people create businesses initially because they want to be their own boss. Which is huge. A lot of people want to be the shot callers. They want the tough. They want to make the tough decisions overall and put in place the strategic strategy for their company to help them navigate the seasonalities of their industry or their business as a whole. And last but not least, most people open up businesses because they want to make more money. Making more money can definitely be done with running your own business, again, if done correctly, and if you establish and have in place a solid business plan, which is what we're going to be discussing today. Now, some of the basic startup questions that you need to ask yourself when it comes to starting a business is, what type of licenses do you need? You don't want to go in businesses or open up your business, you don't have the proper license because they're going to shut you down because you're out of compliance. You want to understand, who are my competitors? Is it oversaturated market where it's not a lot of market share to gain, or that the prices are too cheap? Who are my major competitors within my industry? You also want to think about what is the purple cow of my business? Purple cow saying, what makes my business unique? What's unique about my business? What is my internal infrastructure of my business? Is the way that I process things operationally unique compared to my competitors? You also want to do a lot of research on your customers and understand their behavior. Who are my customers? That's what you want to understand. And how do I reach them? That's big. So you can understand who your customers are, but if you don't have the proper channels in place to reach these customers, your business plan can really be obsolete. You also want to think about, when opening up your business, what kind of resources do you need? What kind of technical resources, personnel, or equipment do you need for your business to be successful? And last but not least is that, what kind of initial cash do you need up front to start your business? You don't want to start your business and not have enough cash up front, because you'll tend to find yourself in a financially stressful situation, which can lead to you overall making bad decisions. Now, next things that you want to think about, and I want to highlight these things because a lot of people don't go to take this deep of a dive when it comes to doing a business plan. But I look at a business plan sort of like the first step of an operation manual. And one of the things that people overlook when it comes to small businesses is to understand what your cost of goods sold is. And that's huge. How much money do you spend to create this product or to deliver this service? That's huge when understanding what your pricing needs to be. You also want to look at location, and you'll hear this all the time. Location is one of the most important things for a business, whether it be your positioning on a shelf for a product or a location of a service so that people can find you and that you will have high traffic within your business. Next thing you want to understand is to make a decision on how you're going to accept transactions, or is it going to be credit card based only? Are you going to take cash? Are you going to take checks? In today's society now, with so many people even paying with mobile devices and going to locations because they allow them to pay with mobile devices, is your business equipped today to be able to take transactions in the future? And last but not least, when it comes to building your business plan, is to documenting what success looks like for your business. You can have an identical business as a competitor of yours, but your success measures can be different. So we need to understand what your unique success measures look like for your specific business. Now, what we documented for you guys as well when it comes to creating a profitable business program, we want to make sure you guys are in compliance as well when it comes to setting up your business. So what we've created here is a roadmap. And the first thing when it comes to creating a business is research, research, research. I can't stress that enough. You see it with big businesses, with big companies. Fortune 500 companies, to be exact, will do research on a new product or a line of service for about a year, maybe 2 years, depending on the complexity. But as small business owners, we tend to have an idea and push it out immediately without doing the initial research. You need to do as much research as possible to understand how you can make your product or service profitable. And making sure that you identify that the line of business that you're going into is actually something that is trending upward when it comes to sales. Next thing, after you've done enough research, you want to consider a business name. You don't want a business name that does not define your product or is not unique to who you are. Your business name gives your company character, and that's important to protect that. It's one of the things that I preach to a lot of clients is to protect the brand. The next thing, which is the third thing, is that once you have these things down, you're ready to go ahead and create a business plan, because all the research that you've done goes inside of this business plan. And we're going to break that down later in this presentation about the key things that you need to make sure that you have within your business plan. Once your business plan has been created, the next step is to go ahead and create an operating agreement. An operating agreement states that it documents how the company will be managed. Specifically, if you have multiple owners, you want to understand the portions or percentages that these companies, that these management or the owners own, and what their role will be within the company. Once that's been completed, the next step for you, if you haven't done this, is to obtain an FEIN number, which is free. You can get that from the IRS, and to go ahead and register your business with the state that your business will be operating in, so you can, again, make sure that you're compliant within that state. Once that's completed, you want to register your business with the tax accountant. Specifically, if you're going to have employees and you're going to be responsible for paying employer and employee taxes, you want to get your business hooked up to their software so these payments can automatically draft so you don't get in trouble with Uncle Sam. Next thing on the list is to obtain a DUNS number. A lot of people don't know about that. When it comes to getting a profitable business and building business credit, you need a DUNS number in order to do that. Once you have your DUNS number in place, now you're ready to officially open up a business account and put in your business account that startup money that you initially need in order to be able to fund your business and grow it from day one. And you, at the same time that you've opened up your business account, you want to go ahead and start working on creating that website so that while you're starting to put together your marketing plan, people have a place to land on to refer to your service and do some preliminary research to make sure that your product or service is fitting their need at that time. And then you want to get listed on all the major directories, the Googles, the Yups, the Bings of the world, and even on Yahoo, which is a big player, depending on the product or service that you're offering. Number three, when it comes to legalizing your business, one of the things that you really want to consider is your overall business structure. You want to understand what type of business that you want to be, and I'm going to advise you to seek out legal advice when it comes to this. Do you want to be a limited liability company? If you are a limited liability company, are you going to be a limited liability company and you're going to file as an S Corp or a C Corp? These things have different tax advantages, which we advise you to do additional research, or you reach out to one of your business coaches if you're in the program that we're offering, to ask for different advice or just seek outside legal help. You also have a sole proprietorship where you're just a one-man band in the way that you're operating, or partnership that you can file when you're legalizing your business. So these things are important when it comes to legalizing your business and having a sound structure in place. Now, with that said, we're going to jump right into the key things that you need within the business plan, which number one is that you want to establish a mission or objective of your business. You also want to have a list of owners, their experience and their roles within the company. Industry research is huge when it comes to that. We want to dive into that a little bit more. You want to make sure your pricing model is suitable and financially feasible for you to be successful. And then you also want to make sure that you have a marketing plan in place so that you can create enough traffic overall for your business. And last but not least is that you want to make sure that you have a financial plan, and you want to make sure at the minimum that your financial plan is a 3 to 5 year financial plan so that you can have forecasted all of the seasonality of your business, which is huge. So let's jump into that. First thing that we talk about when it comes to building a profitable business plan is that you want to make sure that you've outlined your mission statement. A lot of people say, hey, what is a mission statement? A mission statement is a short statement on why your organization exists with the company overall and what the company goals is. For example, our mission statement at MBDG Consultants is to educate the entrepreneur ecosystem. It's a short statement that tells you exactly what our mission is to do. This is unique and very valuable to your business to make sure that you stay on the path and road to success. This helps you establish your core values. And when you're recruiting and bringing employees on, you want to make sure that their mindset fits your mission statement. Next thing, if you're going to have a combination of different owners within your company, you want to make sure that you get a list of their experience and their roles within the company. A lot of people, especially small businesses, just partner with their friends or families, which there's nothing wrong with that if you do it the correct way. One of the things that we advise is that if you're going to partner with different people, that you want to get a resume from them, documenting their experience, because you want to make sure that you're bringing people within your organization who are actually going to bring value to you guys. You don't want to bring in extra baggage. Number two, when it comes to establishing your business and these things that need to be documented in your business plan, is that the different owners that are going to be a part of your business, you want to make sure that you ask them for credit reports. This is huge. You don't want to give someone a portion of your business that's larger than 20% and they have terrible credit, because it's going to keep you from getting loans and expanding your business. So you want to make sure that you're evaluating their experience as well as their credit to see how well they match up on paper, because when you're trying to, again, go out there and get financial assistance to expand your business, these financial institutions are going to want to see this information. And last but not least, you want to understand when you're bringing in different owners or just management, what will be their value to your company overall. You have to be strategic when you're selecting different management members, and all of this information goes within your business plan. I'll tell you guys, we work with clients today who are venture capitalists, and they'll tell you that they don't invest into just products, they invest into the management team. So you want to strategically put together your management team so that you guys look well on paper and that you don't run into any bottlenecks. Number two, in order to build a healthy business plan, you want to make sure that you've done all of your initial research for your specific industry. And what we mean by this is that you want to know what is the average revenue for my product or service that I'm looking to offer? Is the industry overall trending upward, meaning that the industry overall is going from a $1 billion industry to a $2 billion industry, and it's expected to grow, let's say 2 to 3% in the next 5 years? You want to look at that because you don't want to start a business within an industry that is on the decline, and then you're trying to enter into it, and then you're wasted all your funds starting your company up. So you want to do that research out there. You also want to identify the opportunities within your industry. Just because you work for someone and you're the best at your job and you think that you can branch off and run your own business, which is a huge possibility, you want to identify any other opportunities that you have not seen out there. Is there new equipment or personnel or a different skill set that you can utilize to grow your company? The next thing, which is number 4, which is huge, that you want to look into when it comes to doing your industry research, is to identify any threats to the industry, which is huge today. And it comes from technology, where technology is really streamlining a lot of processes when it comes to creating products and delivering services. These things could be a threat to your company, or it can be a big player who's expanding and gobbling up more market share. So you want to identify these things before you open up your business, and your business plan is where you do this initial research. The 5th thing down that we have is emergent technology. Is there any technology that once you open up your business that you can utilize to help streamline or just operate more efficiently to improve your day-to-day processes? When you are able to streamline and use technology to be more efficient, it saves you operation dollars. So you want to identify this technology that you may, technology or software that you may need within your specific company to remain competitive. And the last thing is that industry research lets you identify who your true competitors are. You want to understand who are the big players within the industry, but you also want to understand who are the big players within the industry, within my market. If you're only going to be marketing within a 20-mile radius of your central location, you want to understand who has the most market share within the radius that we plan to target. Next thing down that goes within your business plan that allows you to be more profitable is that you want to make sure that you have a profitable pricing structure. This is huge. A lot of people come out and they want to be the lowest player, and they talk about other companies charging an arm and a leg for service, but it's a strategic strategy around that. You want to understand, if you're going to be a low quality and low price model, that's perfectly fine, but you got to make sure that your profit margin is healthy enough for your business to stay in business. I can't tell you how many businesses that we work with who are making $500,000 to $1 million, but they're not keeping a lot of their money. It's like they have a hole in their pocket. Is because they don't have a good pricing structure. Or you can determine, hey, I'm going to be a low quality, high price model when you are charging a premium for your service or product, or you can be a high price, high quality product. This is the reason why a lot of people don't see those Ferrari and Bentley advertisement coming to certain places, because their marketing plan is not set up to target people who can't afford their pricing model or who do not fit their pricing structure overall. So you want to make sure that when you build your business, that you have a competitive but financially feasible pricing model as well. Now, marketing, which is huge, and this is a place that a lot of people don't talk about, but marketing is one of the things that in your business plan needs to be broken down in depth. And I say this because I see a lot of people shut their doors because their marketing plan was never developed, or they spent too many marketing dollars because they didn't have a budget. So the first thing we want to talk about when it comes to marketing is that you have to have a marketing plan. You have to know how you're going to roll out your product or service, and you want to document it in your business plan. I want to say about 3 to 6 months, establishing the type of different sources that you're going to use, the type of marketing that you're going to do, and the outcome of each marketing that you're going to put out. And I say that because when you put out different marketing, you can put out a marketing or advertisement that's just created to create traffic. Rather, you can put out different marketing and advertisement that's created to actually get conversion. So you want to have a marketing plan so you can understand where you're spending your marketing dollars, which is a good segue into the number 2 point, is that when you do marketing, you want to create an initial marketing budget for the year, and you want to break that down month by month. and we advise for you to break that down month by month, is because every business has seasonality. You want to make sure that you're spending your marketing dollars in months that you're getting a lot of high revenue, or you want to take a strategic strategy overall to make sure that you're not wasting marketing dollars when people are not looking for your services. You want to make sure that you are able to sustain your marketing yearly budget throughout all 12 months of the year. Number three, when it comes to marketing, you want to identify and do your initial research to understand what are the best marketing channels to use within my industry. And this is huge. You can do this initial research up front. Most people will be surprised that you can actually just pick up the phone and call your competitors or someone in that organization, or joining different groups, and simply ask them which marketing sources have been the best for you, are the most profitable. Facebook is a huge place for this, to join these different groups to get a lot of feedback around what your business is trying to do overall, and how you guys can make sure that you're not wasting marketing dollars once you open your doors. The next thing and the last thing, which is huge, that really surrounds data and allows you to make data-driven decisions, is that you have to identify your key performance indicators, which when it comes to marketing, you need to understand, what is my customer acquisition cost that I'm aiming to have, meaning that how much money am I willing to spend to get a customer to spend money on my product or my service. You want to make sure that your customer acquisition cost doesn't go too high. You also want to identify for each marketing source that you want to use, how much money you're going to allocate to that marketing channel. A rule of thumb is that you do not want one marketing channel producing more than 20% of your income. This is why you see so many people today in financial trouble during the coronavirus pandemic, because they didn't diversify their marketing. The other thing you want to identify as a key performance indicator with marketing is conversion rate. If you guys are getting 1,000 leads in a month, but you're only converting 10% of those, is that a good conversion rate for your business? And it may depend on the average transaction cost. If you're getting 1,000 leads in with a 10% conversion rate, but the average customer is spending $3,000, that may work for your business. It may not work for, or it may not work for the type of business structure that you have in place, but you need to identify what success looks like for you when it comes to building your marketing plan. The next thing we want to talk about, and it's one of the last key points we're going to hit on today, and a lot of people kind of stray away from this within their business plan, is that you have to create a financially feasible business plan. If your business plan is good enough, you actually can take your business plan to the bank and they'll give you the startup money. But one of the places that they look at is actually your financial projections. And this is why we advise for you to have a 3 to 5 year financial projection plan, so that you can understand the seasonality and your growth trajectory of your business. And one of the key things when you have your financial plan in place is to understand how much money do you need to actually start your business? What is that initial marketing cost? How much does your equipment cost? Is there software you need? Do you need personnel to start on day one? How much will rent and utilities be for your business? What is your true marketing startup cost? As well as how much money do you need up front in reserves? And what we advise people is to have 3 to 5 months of reserves, if possible, before you start your business. Because if you don't have enough reserves in place, what happens is that you tend to make stressful decisions, which are usually not the best for your business. As business owners, you have to have a clear mind in order to make the best decision for your company. The next thing we have when it comes to your financial plan is to make sure that you understand what your expected profit margin will be per product or service that you're offering. Profit margin, for example, guys, I work with some companies who have a 30% profit margin, which means that they make 30 cents on each dollar that gets made. The higher your profit margin percentage, the more profitable that your company is. So you want to understand what your profit margin is. And the profit margin formula, for you guys that are out there who don't know, is your revenue minus your expenses divided by your revenue will kick out that percentage for you, which is huge. Now, number 3 thing when it comes to building your financial plan is to understand what is your expected employee cost. What is your overhead cost? How much will the office cost you? How much are you willing to pay employees to come in and assist you to deliver your service or create your product? You want to make sure you identify that upfront. And this comes down to just doing research to understand what are everyone else paying? What are they paying within this area? And you also want to look at, hey, is the skill set that I need in the surrounding area, radius rather, in the location that I plan to establish my business, because that determines employee costs. Because if you are in an area that's highly competitive with the type of skill set or employees you're looking for, you may have to pay a premium to get these people within the door to work for your company. And last but not least, when it comes to creating your financial plan, is that you need to understand what is your break-even point. How many different products how many products do you need to sell to break even to make sure that you're not losing money? How many times do you need to deliver your service to make sure that you're not losing money? You need to make sure you're identifying what is the break-even point so that you know month by month, week by week, when you are actually making a profit, guys. And this is huge. And that's one of the last points I wanted to hit on today. Outside of that, guys, when it comes to starting a business, one of the things that most people want to tell you is that if you haven't started a business yet, you want to legally start your business 3 to 6 months before you operate. And this is huge because it gives you enough time to be strategic and plan on how you're going to operate your business before you open up the doors. What this also does for you is that when you're trying to go to the bank and get these loans and get the funding, some banks want you to be in place 6 to 12 months on paper. You don't have to operate right away, but they want to see on paper that you've actually legalized and opened your business. And you want to eliminate any bottlenecks as early as possible, which is why we recommend that you establish your business legally on paper 3 to 6 months in advance before you operate, which gives you enough time to truly finish your research for your business. Now, with that being said, guys, again, this presentation was brought to you today by NBDG Consultants, whose mission is to educate the entrepreneur ecosystem. NBDG Consultants is a management consultant company that was developed to show owners how to get back more time, develop more effective teams, and to make more money on their bottom line. Now, if anyone here has additional questions, you do have the ability. We're offering free business strategy sessions with a certified business coach today. You can simply just go out there to www.nbdgconsultants.com. This is amazing. We have so many people scheduling these strategy sessions and actually allowing some people now to kind of join some of the strategy sessions that we have with other business owners so that we can show you guys the value that our company can create. But that's it. That's all we have for today. Again, guys, if you want a free strategy session, go to our main website, click on contact us and set that up today. Otherwise, I've enjoyed my time giving you guys this presentation. I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll take this presentation and we're going to post it on all of the different membership channels that we have so you guys can review it. You also can go to our YouTube page, which is NBDG Consultants, and subscribe so that you can get this exciting content as soon as we publish it. Otherwise, again, my name is Malcolm Rogers, and thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you.